Vikings reached North America. The Vikings were the first Europeans to make contact with North America. They came up from Scandinavia, a peninsula that includes the present day countries of Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. The Vikings were skilled sailors who developed a new style of ship called the longship that curved up at both ends. Viking vessels traveled the rough North Atlantic seas better than earlier ships because of their designs were more stable. The Vikings raided countries throughout Europe, but they also developed large trading networks. Viking ships sailed to the British Isles and the Mediterranean and Black Seas. Eventually, the Vikings sailed west into the North Atlantic. There, they founded a settlement on the island of Iceland in about 874. More than 100 years later, Viking Eric the Red left Iceland to settle Greenland. Leif Erikson, the son of Eric the Red, shared his father's love of adventure. In the year 1000, he was sailing from West Norway to Greenland when strong winds blew his ship off course and carried his ship all the way to the North American coast. Erickson and his crew landed on the Labrador Peninsula in present day Canada. The Vikings then sailed farther south to the island of Newfoundland and perhaps to what is now New England. According to their myths, Vikings saw forests, meadows, and rivers that held larger salmon than they had ever seen. Ericsson settled in a coastal area he called Vinland, but the Vikings left after only a few years. Attacks by Native Americans posed a constant threat, and the area may have been too far from other Viking settlements to be supported. After the Vikings left North America, Europeans did not return to the continent for centuries. In the 1400s, however, a growing interest in discovery and exploration spread across Europe. Prince Henry the Navigator. In the early 1400s, Portugal became a leader in world exploration. One man in particular, Prince Henry the Navigator, was responsible for advances that would make exploration more successful. Although he never set out on a voyage himself, Henry greatly advanced Portugal's exploration efforts. In the early 1400s, Prince Henry built an observatory and founded a school of navigation to teach better methods of sailing. He also financed research by map makers and shipbuilders. Finally, he paid for expeditions to explore the west coast of Africa. Riches in Asia. During the 1400s, Europeans had several reasons to explore the world. First, they wanted Asian spices. They hoped to bypass the merchants who had a monopoly on, or economic control of, the Asian products that reached the Mediterranean. If a sea route to Asia could be found, centuries could oh, countries could buy spices and other items directly. Second, religion played a role in exploration. Christians in Europe wanted to convert more people to their faith. Third, many Europeans had become interested in Asian cultures. Explorer Marco Polo's book about his travels throughout Asia remained popular in Europe long after his death in 1324. Many Europeans wanted to learn more about Asia and its cultures.